I stan iCarly.
Who doesn't sound like Harley?
It's Podmas, Christmas time, 30 days, Podmas is here, Podmas is here.
Welcome back to Podmas. I'm Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty and the Game Club Pod. At Wembembo and everything, I'm joined by Alex, the Northern Boy.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm joined by Joey, my brother.
Joey Bembo, the Joeyest Bembo that ever did Gem Bembo.
It's phase of Joey.
Well done, Joey.
Words and stuff.
They're hard. We're here on this Podmas episode to talk about things that were announced at the Game Awards this year. Last episode, we talked about what won, what our thoughts were on the nominees and the winners. We went on a bit of a soapbox in the last 5 minutes, but this time we're just here to rattle through the announcements. We're going to say whether or not we were interested in them, and if we were interested in them, why not? If we're not interested in them, we're going to breeze right past it. But if you guys are interested in the announcements, tell us why. Maybe we'll find something that we wouldn't have considered before. Cool? Everyone good?
Cool.
I like how you bought in with the audience there. Audience, is that cool? Tell us right now. Say out loud whether it's good or not.
I want you to hold your hands up like Goku summoning the Spirit Bomb and say that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to go through this list that I've got here. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Ninja Gaiden, hard game, fun.
Very hard game, very fun. This looks like... Did I say this was like a pixely 2D thing?
It's a pixely 2D side scroller. It's very reminiscent of like the old arcade games.
Oh no, it's all anime.
What? No.
No, I don't
It's like
want
3 anime.
this. I don't want this. No,
Sorry.
not excited for Ninja Gaiden.
No?
No,
No, the trailers are anime, but the gameplay is pixely.
no, it's
All right.
lost me. No,
It's completely written off.
no, it's gone.
I mean, it's very
Balatro
cool.
wins Game of the Year.
Balatro trailer, baby. No, it looks like the old. What's the game I'm thinking of? It might just be the old Ninja Gaiden games on the NES,
Or the Ninja Turtles game on the Turtle NES.
or Batman versus the Joker on the NES.
Yeah, sure, yeah, why not?
Sure.
Or
But no,
Balatro
it
on
looks,
the NES.
it looks really. It looks really good. It looks like a really good game, and I'm really happy to see Ninja Gaiden back. It was hype as fuck seeing Ryu Hayabusa back in.
Oh,
Bless you.
Alex, you got me there. Well done.
Yes, I'm interested in that game. I will probably pick it up at some point. I don't think it's a day one for me unless it comes to Game Pass, but I'll probably pick it up at some point.
Day 2?
Maybe.
3?
Viking Dynasty. Anyone interested?
No.
No? Cool. Slay the Spire 2.
Slay the Spire 1 was fun.
Yep.
Slay the Spire 1 was fun. My problem with Slay the Spire 2 is it doesn't look like it's done anything different. That being said, that is not a bad thing because Slay the Spire 1 nailed its gameplay loop.
Yeah, I mean...
There are better deck builder roguelikes.
Like
there are,
Balatro.
but Slay...
Balatro! Shall we stop this
We should
silly
stop the
thing?
Balatro circle jerk. But no, again, this is another one where it's like, it's probably not a day one for me, but I like Slay the Spire 1 enough. I'll probably give this a go.
One of the things that really annoyed me with the trailer was they were introducing the characters. So you've got the Ironclad, the Deceiver, the Necromancer, and then they had one that was question marks. Based on the art, I'm fairly certain that's the character from Slay the Spire 1. You know, I can't remember what he's called, but the sort of robot-y one that has the electric coils and stuff.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Electric 6.
Yeah.
They
Danger,
also
danger.
tried to do a funny joke at the end of the trailer, and it didn't hit.
Did not land.
You.
No. Midnight Murder Club. Anyone interested in this?
Can you not tell by the squeals of joy?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I saw the words Midnight and Club and thought we were getting a new Midnight Club game, and About popped off, and then I saw the word murder in the middle.
No,
And
I'm
then
sorry,
you
but
thought, no.
now they need to not make this game and make Midnight Club again.
Midnight Club was such a fucking banger.
For God's sake. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Thick as Thieves. That's the thick with a K, not two C's. This one, as far as I can tell, it's like a roguelike co-op thieving game.
No, it's a roguelike versus heist game.
Oh, right.
You are working, so it's four players. You each pick a character. You are going against each other to be the one to succeed the heist.
I'm down with that.
And you can do, like, one of the characters is called the Chameleon, who can go invisible, as you'd expect. And one of the things you can do is you can wait for someone else to go into the building, trigger all the traps, get the treasure. And as they're leaving, you can ambush them and run away with it.
I'm kind of down with that. I love a heist.
It looks very fun, and I think it's something we should definitely play for streams.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Now that you're going against your friends, Joey's in.
Oh, it was just a Rick and Morty joke. Just flat.
Moving on.
Shadow Labyrinth. Have you guys seen this?
Shadow looked like Pac-Man follows you around.
It's a Metroidvania where you team up with Pac-Man.
Why?
I thought it looked more like the Chain Chomp from Mario.
Well,
No, it's literally Pac-Man.
It is actually Pac-Man, like complete with sound effects and all.
Okay.
Know why. I'm very curious.
I'm not.
I think it's one of these ones where I'd play it for like maybe an hour to kind of get the gist of it. But I mean, oh no, they've shut off evil Pac-Man at the end. Now I'm definitely interested. No, it's a really bizarre idea, and I guess it could work. Maybe.
All good ideas start with, well, I guess it could work.
Sure, yeah.
Like Balatro.
Like Balatro.
Stop it.
Anyone playing this game? Anyone interested in it?
Nah.
No? Right, let's move on. Cura. Never heard of it.
This is the developers from Core Keeper doing a Terraria-like game.
Hasn't Core Keeper come out in the last 10 minutes?
No, I think it was last year, Core Keeper. I think it was 2023.
No, really?
I think so.
I'm going to look that up. That doesn't sound right to me. Oh, wait, I'm on the Balatro Steam page.
Oh my god, Balatro.
It doesn't look awful. It doesn't look awful.
It came out in August this year, Core Keeper.
Oh, wow.
Did it?
Yeah. Released 27th of August.
It looks a lot like Terraria with a lot more like softer lighting engine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it's a lot less. It's more voxel and less pixel.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Core Keeper came out in August. And do you know, I'd have sold my firstborn son to say that came out last year.
As someone without a firstborn son, you can't say that. But however, this guy can, and I wouldn't because I knew it came out this year.
Oh no, hang on! I've just seen these. This is the. Hang on. Yeah, this is also being produced and published by Chucklefish, who publish and produce Terraria.
Yep.
Sounds like a reskin to me.
I don't think it's quite a reskin. It does look different enough.
That's what a reskin is, Tim.
When you look at Chucklefish's catalogue of games that they've published, not developed, but published, it is a lot of these type of games. Things like Core Keeper, Terraria,
Starbound.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to push us on, guys, but there is probably
7,000 more,
a lot more things to get.
Okay, we're gonna rattle fire through some of these. Rematch. Are we interested? Yes or no?
Hell yeah, Sifu and football.
Okay, now I'm interested.
It's Rocket League but football, which makes it football.
It's made by the people that did Sifu.
Yes.
It's got the art style and it looks like some of the difficult mechanics because everyone in the gameplay trailer can't pass or shoot to save their lives, so I'm guessing it's hard.
Must be Aston Villa based.
They got a game jam to do the trailer.
Hey, Alex.
Solasta 2. I've never heard of Solasta 1.
I've played Baldur's Gate. That looks like a game that someone who also played Baldur's Gate has done.
So Solasta is a similar kind of game to Divinity: Original Sin, Baldur's Gate, those kind of games. It's that kind of semi-turn based, semi-open world RPG game. It was fine. Solasta 1. Solasta 2 looks like it's better.
Okay, that's fine.
I will probably play it.
All those semis gave Alex one.
Now, everyone else that we've just listed off has the unfortunate position of being immediately forgotten about because The Witcher 4 was announced at this point.
Yes.
Witcher 4 was the first announcement.
Was it actually?
I think it was one of the early announcements.
This list is not in order, I don't think.
Oh, I thought it was.
I don't think it is, no.
Oh.
So, can I say, The Witcher is a game I would love to be into. And I'm going to try again, but I've tried a few times and failed a lot. I just cannot get into there's too much reading.
In a similar vein, Witcher seems like the kind of games that I would play. I've never played a single Witcher game.
You need to play The Witcher. It is so up your street.
And also the Netflix adaptation was the hog shit.
The first season was great. Second season,
no, it wasn't. The first season was about a miserable girl looking at a pool of fish. That's genuinely what I took away from it.
No, I really like the first season.
This is our first controversy of the episode. Because when this got announced during the live stream, the entire chat was filled with the word woke. Because you are playing a strong, independent woman who is not a sex doll.
What? Sorry, you mean strong, independent woman that is a key component of the Witcher series?
Yeah, you're playing Ciri in this one, and they're like, "Oh no, I can't goon over this woman. It must be a mistake. The developers have put them as the main character. You fucking invalid. You
Two episodes in a row you've got off about gooning.
I don't think what the audience realise is that you play as Ciri in training to be a Witcher in the first 10 minutes of The Witcher 3. She is a pivotal character throughout the series, and now she's grown up into what is, I'm going to assume, a fully grown woman. These fucking idiots who are like, oh, it's gone woke, have clearly never fucking played The Witcher. They have never played it. They've never read any of the books. And I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to read several books and movies and watch the series and get tattoos and whatever. But what you need to do is understand that this is a pivotal character in the fucking series.
I think that the point of people being like, I can't goon over Ciri is a valid one. It's not woke. I actually have the trailer on the other screen now. It looks pretty cool. It looks right. It looks incredible. Street. And it's cool that it's Ciri, to be honest with you. I also hope that it has voice integration, because when people are talking to their iPhones and the game responds to them, it would be funny.
That would be great.
Witcher 4, good.
Good. Elden Ring Night Rain. This
I can praise Elden Ring. Yes.
So
this looks fucking brilliant.
Am I right in understanding this is basically like a roguelike-y thing in an open world where you fight previous From series bosses?
The theory is that I believe the theory. I don't know if it's been confirmed. I am concerned, but I don't know if it's been confirmed that the Night Rain is like hell, and all of the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all of them are connected. And when you kill a boss, it goes to the Night Rain. So you team up with up to 3 friends, I think. It's either 2 or 3 friends. And you're dropped in, and each gameplay is roguelike. And you are matched against different FromSoft bosses against all of their games in an Elden Ring setting.
Absolutely down with that.
Fucking
okay, because when I was watching this trailer, I must have misunderstood what I was looking at, because I thought this was a battle royale.
I think it's got battle royale elements, but you're not playing against 100 children who are going to tell you to take the L. You're playing against the bosses.
Like, in the trailer, we can see the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3, for example.
That is where I gooned.
That's big gooning energy. Then, isn't that one of the Dark Eater? Is it Dark Eater Medea?
Yeah, there is... I believe there's a Bloodborne boss in there as well.
I'm looking at the Bloodborne boss right now.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
The great thing about this is the three of us are probably going to play this together.
Yeah.
And you two are going to be there going, oh my god, look, it's Larry the Tower Wrecker. And I'm going to be there going...
Bloodborne lore is so intricate.
Tim just really hopes that the Rat King from Dark Souls 2 is in there.
If I can play as the Rat King, I'm sold.
Have you played Dark Souls 2, Tim?
Yes, I have.
Which one of the two rat bosses is your favourite?
I really like the one where you have to fight all the rats and then the big rat comes out and he dies in about 3 hits.
And you know which one it is because it's the one with the mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favourite rat boss as well.
Night Rain looks really good. Looks really fucking good. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth finally coming to PC in a much shorter turnaround time. To be exact, it's January 28th or 23rd this is coming out.
And already 15% off.
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
That's not looking great, Square Enix. I already own this on PS5. I might pick it up again so I can play it on the Steam Deck. I'm going to see how the Steam Deck... I'm going to let everyone else beta test that shit. But I'm depending on how it plays on the Steam Deck, I might pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
If it plays poorly, I will not pick it up. That is all I have to say on the matter.
Well, if you pick it up, I might play it because then I can use your Steam family, but I will not be paying money for it.
Nope, fair enough. Alex, your thoughts on Final Fantasy, if any?
I made my thoughts on Final Fantasy Rebirths and things like that very clear in the last episode. I will not reiterate myself. I won't be playing it.
Great. Announcement trailer for a new upcoming game from Gen Design is the article I've got here.
And when you click it, there is no post.
There is no post. The post has been deleted, so we'll move swiftly on. Let's take a look at Catley.
I think Balatro should be Game of the Year.
We've already done this, Joey.
But I don't want to talk about this stupid cat.
So
Catley is another controversy game because there is widespread belief that this is purely AI generated. Now, a PR spokesperson in the last couple of days has come out and said that there is no AI, there's no generative AI, there's no blockchain, and there's no NFTs. Why they had to mention blockchains and NFTs is concerning because no one's mentioned that so far. The only thing that's been mentioned is generative AI.
So for the audience, what I'm doing when we're discussing these trailers, I'm opening the link and clicking partway into the video. I clicked partway into the video and got a cat falling down the stairs. That's my introduction to this game. What the other thing I really took away from this is if you notice on the end screen where you've got the word Catley, can you notice what platforms it's coming out on?
Steam, the App Store.
And what appears to be the Apple Watch.
Yes. I've sent you guys a screenshot from the trailer in this chat, and it is quite obviously AI-generated cat pictures that are definitely NFTs.
Yeah.
The other thing that's sort of lending to the theory that this is possibly not a real game, possibly a bit of a scam, is it's come from a developer who, until very recently, never existed.
Best debut game next year. Let's go.
Tim, can you, on that page, the Reddit page that has the trailer, can you read the top comment, please?
Let me get it back. This looks like an NFT thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's not the same as what I have.
Oh, what do you have?
I have one that encapsulates this much more in how I feel. Ew, they presented this at the Game Awards. That is embarrassing.
It's been described as a cat MMO, by the way.
Meow meow meow.
Will you be playing it? Cat NN no.
Brilliant. Great work. The Outer Worlds 2 got its first gameplay trailer. We played The Outer Worlds on the podcast, and I enjoyed it at the very least. I think you did as well, Joey, right?
No.
Great.
I didn't. This looks okay. I don't think I'll play it because I really hated The Outer Worlds.
I like that. Go on.
I'd say I like the ZeniMax era of the Fallout series, and this is old ZeniMax devs making another game like old Fallout, and I'm here for it.
My problem with Outer Worlds was that the dialogue tree was very, very, very shallow. whilst there was lots of options, it didn't seem to have the gameplay around it, and the choices didn't seem to matter that much. Each outcome had like they live or they die, and that was my problem. So I'll wait to see what people say about this, but if it's the same as our first one, I won't bother.
I enjoyed watching the trailer of this because they kept making funny little jokes and jabs at themselves, and that is absolutely my kind of humour. So they started off at one point in it, they went, like all good sequels, we added everything that should have been in the first game. And then a little bit later, they go, it took 3 times longer to make, but it'll only be 2 times bigger. I like that they were making jabs at themselves, and it chuckled.
Well, their original. Do you remember the original announcement trailer where they just
they were
made
like,
loads of
"We don't have a
CGI
trailer
and they
yet."
were like, "We don't have anything, but it is probably coming."
Yeah.
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 Maybe that's on the maybe list for me. It'll probably come to Game Pass, and I'll probably play it there.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Split Fiction.
I'd never heard of this, but when I clicked midway through the trailer, there was two people controlling sausages on a barbecue, and now I'm in.
So this, go on.
This is made by the same team behind It Takes Two.
Mm-hmm.
And the framing device for this is a husband and wife author couple. They both write books. One writes fantasy and one writes sci-fi. And we live in a future where publishers can essentially create the worlds from books to essentially see if they want to go ahead with the publishing, if the world's like fleshed out enough. But it turns out the publisher wants to steal the ideas of the authors and traps them in their own world. And because one writes sci-fi and one writes fantasy, they're kind of using skills from both in each other's worlds.
Cool.
Neat.
It looks really good, and the lead force behind it, whose name is on my list somewhere, Yosef something or other.
Cool name.
Where's it gone? Problem is, I've just got a wall of text in front of me. But there we go. Yosef Fares. He might be one of the greatest announcers / hype men that I've ever seen, because he was so heavily invested in this game, and you can tell that he's excited for it, and I think that lends a lot of strength to the game.
Nice.
Good.
It's fun. Sausage
He
simulator.
swore multiple times.
Good.
Great. What's the next one? I've lost my list. Here we are. Killing Floor 3.
I've never seen a series of games go to such heavy discounts as the Killing Floor games.
And
So I might
quickly,
play
too.
it when it's about 80p on CD keys.
I mean, I have Killing Floor.
I've got
I
Killing
never
Floor
played
1
Killing
and 2
Floor.
because they were
Yeah.
about 80p on CD keys.
Yeah.
I've played a lot. I've played a lot of Killing Floor 2. It's very fun. It is just, it's a horde shooter game
Say less.
with classes. You know, you've got your pyro, you've got your melee specialist, you've got your assault, your medic, those kind of things, and you just kill waves of zombies, and then after so many waves, you have to fight a boss. It's a very good game. It's a good gameplay loop, and Killing Floor 3 looks like it's more of that, but nicer looking, and from the looks of it, new weapons.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, totally fine. Dave the Diver in the Jungle expansion official trailer was also put out. Have you guys played Dave the Diver?
You played a little bit.
It's on my list of things to do. A friend of mine bought me a copy a little while ago, and I've just not got round to it. How
I
is
buy
it?
you that copy.
You did not. A friend of mine from work did.
Am I not a friend from work?
We don't
You
work
bought me a
together.
copy. You bought me the copy, Joey. I think.
I bought a few people a copy of Dave the Diver. I got it for a few people for Christmas last year.
Good game.
It's okay. It's cozy game. And
Sure.
we know if you gave me a cozy game, I'd say thanks. I hate it. But I think that Dave the Diver shot itself in the foot with its expansions because it had a Godzilla expansion which looked really good, and this just looks okay.
They didn't really show much of it, but
No.
Dave the Diver, Tim, is definitely more of a game to play on the Switch or the Steam Deck. I think it lends itself a lot better to that than sitting in front of a computer.
Sure, sitting back on the couch kind of thing. or
I
if you're
don't
on
know.
a
I don't know
journey.
if Joey would agree, but
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. Well, it got its first expansion trailer. It looks neat.
Cool.
Moving on. Black Frost: The Long Dark 2.
Have either of you played The Long Dark?
Yes.
No.
Did you enjoy it, Tim?
No.
My experience of The Long Dark was thus. Go into the dark, walk, break leg, eaten by wolves, die. No tutorial, quit, delete.
Pretty much.
It was I'm sure if I could get into it, it'd be a really good game, but I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Steel
excite
Hunter.
me.
Alex, you spoke about Steel Hunters in the last episode.
This is the one where if you go onto Steam to request access to the beta, you will get into the beta immediately. It is basically Titanfall without the pilot aspects of it when you're running around as a little guy with a zip line.
I couldn't get into the beta.
It's mech fighting.
I couldn't get into the beta. They only let betas in. I'm an alpha.
Ah, that explains it.
I'm joking. I'm in the beta.
If it wasn't going to fuck the recording, I'd have left there and then.
It looks fun. I've got the trailer up now. It looks fun.
It's mech fighting. Now, there is another mech game. Let's just talk about it. I'm skipping one ahead here, Tim. Mech Break is another mech fighting game that's coming out that looks not very good in comparison to Steel Hunters. It's a bit more sort of. It almost looks like the Transformer cartoons.
Have you seen this is being developed and published by the guys behind War Thunder and World of Tanks and that? Yes. Interesting.
Which means it's possibly going to be microtransaction heavy.
Probably. What else have we got here? Borderlands 4. I threw up in my mouth a bit when I realised the series was continuing.
I know that, Tim, I like that you've drawn a line. Alex, I like that you've crossed off one single item on our list, and it's Mech Break.
Yeah, because I just talked about it.
I like, people like Borderlands. I know you don't like the company, Tim. I think that they've made a pretty fun world. They made a really great movie. I just don't really get it. The first one was fun, and I quite like that. Played a bit of Tiny Tina's Wonderland with Alex, but this doesn't look anything like the story of Borderlands. And I know you're meant to evolve with each game, but it looks like a brand new game released under the name of Borderlands so that they can sell.
Yeah. It has a hint of the art direction of Borderlands 4, but that is about it.
Yeah.
And I do mean a hint because obviously Borderlands is quite well known for its cell shaded, very sharp and angular stuff, and this just isn't that.
But the problem is everyone does that now. When Borderlands first did it, it was new and original, and this isn't.
Yeah. I'm definitely not giving this one a go.
I'm looking at the trailer here, and the characters look more like Apex Legends than Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No one's excited for that one. Great.
No.
New Virtua Fighter project. I popped off. We haven't had a new Virtua Fighter since 2006. I am in.
Moving on.
It's like the OG of 3D fighters. It's beautiful.
Moving on. So quick and dismissive.
All right, fair enough.
I watched the trailer, admittedly on mute, but I don't know what was going on. So,
well, you know how and I'm using this very, very loosely here. Tekken is mostly rooted in martial arts, but they've got a few fantastical things like an anime robot woman and also a giant Russian robot and also the devil. This is
rooted in martial arts.
So rooted in martial arts. The devil does judo. This is just martial arts, actual martial arts. And it's also being made by... you might recognize the name of the company if I can find the fucking logo. RGG.
It's Gearbox Software.
Ryuga Gotoku.
Yes, they make the Yakuza series. So
Ah.
I'm in. They also did announce a second thing at the Game Awards, which we'll get to, but Virtua Fighter's back. I'm very excited, and also they've finally put out a balance update for Virtua Fighter 5, which came out in 2006. So we're getting like rollback netcode and balances for that. Big fan.
I was never aware of Virtua Fighter. Watching the trailer, I thought it was more like an adventure Red Dead Redemption type game because you don't see anything of a fighting game until, and I'm looking at it, 1 minute 14 out of 1 minute 28, where it's a fighting game being played on a TV. I genuinely thought this was some sort of RPG type game.
No. Virtua Fighter has been going since like the Dreamcast era.
Which is fine, and for people who know, people know. But to someone like me who's not aware of Virtua Fighter, that was a very confusing trailer.
Oh, no, I'm so down. I'm so down. What is next on our list here?
Turok
Origins. Fucking love me some Turok.
We love Turok.
I don't know that I've ever played a Turok.
It's fun.
I just want to
really fun.
fight dinosaurs.
Shoot dinosaurs.
That's
it.
all this is. Congratulations, we found your game.
Jurassic Park with guns. I like it.
Oh, what was that dinosaur game we played on Steam a little while ago? Orion something.
Yes.
And it was like a class-based dino shooter.
That sounds so dumb. I'm up
But
for
then
it.
Yeah, but Joey, here's the thing. In the multiplayer mode, you could have a team of people playing as the humans and a team of people playing as the dinosaurs.
It was
And
phenomenal.
the dinosaurs also had their own classes.
Yeah, they did.
I'm so down.
And it's dirt cheap as well. It's like
Orion Prelude.
That's the one.
I'm
Big
down.
fan of that.
It is currently 79p on Steam, and that's outside of sales.
Yes.
Woof.
Yeah, definitely get
Mostly
that.
positive with 19,000 reviews, though. That's impressive.
It was a great little game.
Yeah. But yeah, new Turok coming out. Big fan. Very, very excited for that.
New Turok coming out. Play Orion Prelude.
It's 79p and basically the same. No, it's not the same. Not at all. Tekken
Not even
8
close.
got its final DLC announcement for Season 1. It's Clive Rossfield from Final Fantasy 16, much to the 1,000-yard stare of every Tekken 7 player who feels like they're fighting Noctis again. At the time of recording, Clive has been out for a day. I've been having a lot of fun with him, but this trailer was great.
Who is he?
He's the lead character of Final Fantasy 16.
Ah, okay. That's why I have no idea who he is.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, but you know, I get why people weren't happy with the announcement of him being the final character for Season 1, but I'm happy.
Who would
I've
you
only
have
just
liked
started
to have as the final character, Tim?
Honestly, probably Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. She's a mixed martial artist and pretty much pretty well suited for it. But now we have a man who can summon the limbs of the gods, essentially, which is really rooted in martial arts, as I said before.
I
would like the main character from Shenmue.
I
That'd
would
be cool.
choose Freddy Fazbear.
If you'd have Freddy Fazbear,
Yeah.
his downfall with 3 would be called her.
And it would cause hurt.
There you go. That's his rage art. We then had Helldivers 2, new expansion, Omens of Tyranny.
Have either of you watched this trailer?
I have not.
Yep.
I was aware of it, but I haven't watched it.
I want to download Helldivers again.
Yeah,
It looks
it is the one with the
great.
the Illuminate. Finally here, and we've got cars that can shoot. Looks like a really good expansion.
They've basically put in the warthogs from Halo 3, and you can ride around in a car with your friends with 2 of them in the back shooting. It's great.
Also, AT-ATs and underground giant tentacle monsters, and the thing from the remake of War of the Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
The
zombies.
tripods.
And zombies.
Big fan. Looks like a cool update. Probably we will play it.
Yay. Is it out
Cool.
now?
I think it is out now.
Sweet.
Nice. Next one, Warframe 1999.
Would not care less about Warframe.
Warframe's fun. Warframe's pretty fun. It's also free, which is great. Love that.
It looks very different to Warframe 1.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a very different type of gameplay.
That's fine. I get they need to move on from Warframe at some point or another, but it is
Yes.
very different. Pal World is getting a new expansion in Faybreak. I haven't thought about Pal World in a while. I'm not gonna.
This is the update where they're claiming that the new world is 6 times bigger than the original or something mental like that. The world is going to be massive and it's full of new pals, new weapons, new everything. It looks interesting. It looks fun.
But my issue is that it's cool that the world is 6 times bigger, but the world that we already had was pretty empty anyway.
Yes, that is the problem.
6 times more of nothing is not much of a selling point.
Assuming that it is also going to be quite empty, but I don't know. I might check it out, but Pal World's one of them where you need to play it with friends, otherwise you're going to get real bored real quick.
Yeah. Project Century. This is the other trailer that was put out by the Yakuza team. It's not a Yakuza game, though. It is a game about Yakuza, but it's not from the Yakuza series, and it's set in 1915. Looks pretty good.
It looks like a Yakuza game.
It does look like a Yakuza game. Let me be super clear. Not a Yakuza game.
I feel like the fact that you said brought to you by the people that made Yakuza, not a Yakuza game. Do you remember we had a conversation ages ago where you say something and you say nothing sexual, and you think then there was definitely something sexual about it.
Definitely a Yakuza game, but it's not a Yakuza game.
Definitely a Yakuza game.
It looks cool. It looks cool. Whatever it is, it looks cool. I will most definitely give it a go.
I know you will.
Yeah,
I've no doubt that you will.
I want them to take my money. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, got a trailer. I haven't thought about Onimusha in a long time either. I don't know about you guys.
Neither, no.
I don't think I've ever thought about what's Onimusha.
Well, as you can see in the trailer, it's like a samurai RPG action thingy. Not to the same, action level as Sekiro, but like think closer to.
Oh, it's this thing.
Oh, you've seen it now.
I'm watching the trailer now.
Yeah.
It looks like Neo.
Yeah, Neo's probably a closer fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that little Venn diagram bit between Sekiro and Neo.
When I was watching the trailer, I thought we were getting a new Naraka Blade Point game. And I don't know why I thought that, but it looked very similar to Naraka in the style, and I assume it's because it's another martial arts fighting kind of game.
I find that people are really obsessed with this kind of age of Japanese lore and stuff like that, and
it's the current trend.
But every single Game Awards we have, or Game Showcase, there's like 2 or 3 games that look exactly the same, and that looks like one of them.
Well, do you not remember a handful of years ago it was Vikings? That was the big thing, and then at one point it was the Egyptians.
You can track exactly where the trend is by what Assassin's Creed is coming out.
Well, yeah.
So
there's a couple of people on Reddit here discussing the Onimusha trailer, saying it's really cool to see them reviving a bunch of PS2-esque franchises. So we've had Onimusha, Ninja Gaiden, Okami, Turok. We're getting Virtua Fighter back. Like, we're living in the PS2 era again.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The first Berserker, Kazan. I don't know anything about this.
I don't. I watched the trailer.
Linked to an anime, I think.
No, that's that you're thinking of Berserk.
And it's definitely not the same thing.
Jeff Keighley said something about it being linked to the anime, so...
Oh, did he?
I'm going to say that it's probably linked to an anime.
Oh, it's set in the... It's not set... It's not linked to Berserk, it's linked to Dungeon and Fighter.
Is that an anime?
It's a Korean MMO series. Alex, you and I played a little bit of it.
Yes.
And they had this fighting game.
But that's not this, because that's the next thing on the list.
Well, no, hang on. Set 800 years before the events of DNF, the game unfolds on the continent of Arad and explores the untold story of Kazan, the first Berserker.
Oh, right, okay.
So maybe the DNF are coming out with a couple of things? So
Yeah, because we're moving on to the next one, which is
a rad dungeon.
a rad dungeon and fighter, which is an anime-looking Honkai Star Rail kind of looking thing,
Honky Star Rails.
which is more tied to what the DNF we played was.
Yeah. I fucking love DNF. DNF's so cool. But this doesn't look like DNF to me. Although I am seeing the Ranger, so very pog. Thank you. All right, yeah, cool. Looks fine. Moving very swiftly on. What have we got? Dying Light, the Beast. Joey, this is more your bag, right?
Yes, it looks okay.
Yeah?
I haven't really followed Dying Light since the launch of Dying Light 2. This looks okay. It looks very close to Dying Light, to be honest. It
Remind
looks like
me,
a
Joey,
continuation of the series.
the first Dying Light, did they not have a Beast update where you played as the monster in multiplayer?
I never played the multiplayer on Dying Light.
I cannot remember if it was called the Beast or if it was some other the monster or something like that. But there was a multiplayer. It was either an update, a DLC, or I think it was a DLC.
Don't know.
Where in the multiplayer you could play as the monster and invade other people's worlds.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was very cool, and you could level up your monster the same way you were leveling up your normal character. And I'm wondering if it's a similar thing to that.
Could be. I don't know.
Don't know. Because they didn't give much away apart from it looks cool.
Does look cool. Let's skip the Fortnite Ballistic launch trailer.
Well, I'm just looking at it now. It's a 5v5 tactical first-person shooter, so they're getting in on the Counter-Strike and Valorant market.
It looks exactly the same as Valorant.
It does look exactly the same as Valorant. Someone has made a very good point in the comments of if they add knives and loot boxes, they will make enough money to buy a country.
Yeah.
The thing with Fortnite is they've because it's Epic, isn't it? Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard it before where Epic have been very clear on the fact that within Fortnite they want to make every kind of game they can, which is why we've got things like the Lego Island and we've got the Guitar Hero, and Rocket League is now in there as well. Not Rocket League, sorry. Yeah, Rocket League Racer. It's Rocket League, but a racing game.
Which is famously not Rocket League.
Well, yeah.
What you're describing is cars.
Yes.
Next one, Stage Fright announcement trailer. I don't know much about this. Don't know about you guys.
Didn't know what I was watching.
Yeah, like I'm skimming through the trailer. It
looks like a cutesy two-player family game.
Yeah. Which is fine. Oh, it's being made by Hello Games. They did No Man's Sky.
Hello.
Okay, cool.
Maybe they'll finish this one before it's released.
Maybe. Now that Sony's not, breathing down their neck. Game of Thrones King's Road. Now...
Mediocrity is coming, Jon Snow.
So, two things of note about this. I'm pretty sure I saw this as a mobile game, right?
I don't think so.
No.
The game site...
No, the developer has done mobile games.
The game site only mentions Android and iOS.
Wow.
But they seem to have got all the actors back from the show, from what I read.
Do you know what this looks like to me? Is the PlayStation 2 Lord of the Rings games?
What, Return, like the Two Towers?
Return of the King Two Towers.
What banger games, by the way.
This looks like that to me.
But on mobile.
Yeah, now that it's on mobile, I'm not asked.
Yeah.
Well, I was never asked because I don't like.
Yeah, I don't really care for the Game of Thrones franchise, and to be honest, this just looks like a generic action adventure RPG kind of game.
There's no way it's mobile. I've got a video of a gameplay demo. No way it's mobile, and all the controls are mapped for mouse and keyboard.
Well, the top comment on the Reddit post is FYI, as I see many people confused, and I was too. This is a mobile game. The trailer was really unclear. The game site only mentioned Android and iOS, and it's Netmarble is a mobile dev who do usually free to play but pay to win bullshit.
There you go.
Great.
No interest.
Next trailer is Screamer.
Do you not want to talk about Double Dragon?
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Yes, Arc System Works. Take my money, please. We're getting a new Double Dragon. If you've played Double Dragon or Streets of Rage, more of that, but in the modern day.
Well, there you go.
Exciting for people who care.
Yeah, pretty much. I like Double Dragon, but it's like, oh, cool kind of announcement.
Yeah.
Screamer is a racing game that was originally out in the 90s, and now it's getting some sort of remake, release, reboot thing, something.
I'd be so interested to count up how many of these things are original IPs.
Maybe one day we'll go through the whole list.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's PS2 era racing game of sorts.
I don't remember seeing this trailer, but now that I'm looking at it, it's almost initial D because it's anime, Joey. I'm sorry to tell you. It's very initial D kind of looking because it's got all this sort of synthwavey, sci-fi futuristic backgrounds and stuff. It looks cool. It looks like something I'll play.
You said anime and my eyes glazed
Oh, I
over.
know.
Next on the list, in the new category of remasters that do not need to be fucking remastered, The Last of Us Part 2.
Can I just say I've never given two fucks about The Last of Us as an IP overall. I just do not care.
I really enjoyed the first game, and the TV series is exceptional.
Have you played the second game, Tim?
No.
It's really good.
I hear
It's really, really good.
but
However,
it doesn't need a remaster right now.
Why does it need a remaster when it came out in 2020?
it looks phenomenal. It doesn't need a remaster.
No, but Naughty
It-
Dog
it-
can't help themselves with this.
Well, no, they release it as a remaster because they can charge full whack for it as a
Yeah,
re-release.
full whack at the modern price as well.
Am I right in thinking? So we had this is going back to The Last of Us 1. We had The Last of Us, then we had The Last of Us remastered.
Mm-hmm.
It's had 3 remasters. The
Three
Last of Us
remasters,
one.
and then a PC port as well.
No, sorry, I was including the PC port
Okay.
in the remasters.
So this is the last. So now we've had The Last of Us 2. This is The Last of Us 2 remastered, but also the PC port's included in this one.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be done.
This-
Bring it to PC, sure. Doesn't need to be a remaster.
Yeah, but then how can they charge extra for it, Tim?
They could charge extra for it on PC. Don't do that, but they could.
But you shouldn't.
Yeah, don't do
The
that.
thing is, it's one of those where I can't deny that they're good-looking games and they're very well voice acted and everything else, but I just never cared for the franchise.
Next game, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
They didn't show anything. It was Shadow getting into a car.
I like that the fastest animals on the planet still need cars.
I didn't even realise that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds was a thing. Is there a Sonic racing game?
Yeah, Sonic Racing is actually a really good game. It's basically Mario Kart, but on PC with Sonic and also other Sega characters.
You already have Mario Kart on PC. It's called Garfield Kart.
Sorry, let me pay massive respect to the OG that is Garfield Kart. But no, it's basically Mario Kart rather, but with the Sonic IP and a bunch of other Sega IPs. It was pretty good actually.
It also costs
I'm excited for this.
£35.
I mean that's full price. It's in every sale under the sun. Yeah, it's cool.
However, £35 is a lot when you consider that Garfield Kart Furious Racing is £12.95, and if you buy the lasagna bundle at the moment, it's 25% off.
What? Oh, that's amazing.
Did you get a lasagna?
There's Garfield Kart. There's Garfield Kart, and then there's Garfield Kart Furious Racing, which is the one that I own.
Isn't there also a SpongeBob kart racing game?
Oh, probably. Den of Wolves. Don't know anything about this.
Den of Wolves.
Don't know about you guys.
It doesn't look too bad. It's kind of, from what I remember, it's kind of Call of Duty-esque gameplay, like Call of Duty campaign mode kind of gameplay with a sort of cyberpunk twist to it. The one thing I very much liked from this trailer they have no idea when their release date is, because at the end it says early access 2020 ... So it's 202 ... 'cause presumably they don't know if they're going to release it. At this point, I'm going to say they don't know if it's going to be 25 or 26.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I mean, it sounds strange, but props for not committing to that. If it's not ready,
Yes.
it's not ready.
100%. It
Yeah.
looks good.
Mafia, the old country. Yeah, it's another Mafia game.
It just looks like
The
Red
last
Dead.
one was good, I guess.
Is the last one the one where you could feed people to alligators?
Yeah.
Cool.
You feed them to alligators and later alligator.
It's swamp puppies.
Yeah. Dispatch.
I like that was our review of Mafia.
Yeah.
This match
Dispatch.
looks interesting.
Cartoons, I'm turning it off.
There is there's been a bit of a. This is another one where the internet's got really weird with it. The two main voice actors are it's Aaron Paul, who is Jesse in Breaking.
Jesse.
His name is Aaron Paul, isn't it?
He is Jesse.
Yeah.
And Laura Bailey, who's known for Critical Role and voicing 1,000 different things in anime and video games. For some reason, the internet has decided, based on because they went on stage to announce this, and I think they gave an award for one of the categories. For some reason, the internet decided that them two were having an affair.
Weird.
Out of nowhere.
I've just seen.
Who cares?
I've just seen that this is being made by the former Telltale guys.
Yes.
In particular, they make a note of saying, "Hey, this is done by the team who made The Wolf Among Us." I love The Wolf Among Us. This looks, from what I've seen, artistically speaking, it looks interesting. I will probably give this a go.
Wolf Among Us.
Sorry?
The sussy wolf among
The
us.
humongous wolf among us.
There's a chungus among us.
Yes, there is.
There it. Okami getting a sequel after a billion years, it seems. I'm very excited.
7 trillion years later, Okami gets to. They didn't show any gameplay, but the art style looks very pretty.
Have you guys played Okami before, or?
I think I've seen
Yes.
it played.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited for it.
It is on this list the one acceptable cartoon game.
So saith Joey.
It has won my Joey Award of 2025.
Acceptable cartoons. Crimson Desert. Now, am I right in thinking that Crimson Desert is the Korean MMO?
No, that's
it's
Black Desert.
Oh, I was thinking of Orange Desert.
No,
I much prefer the gameplay on Yellow Desert, though.
I like Blue Desert.
I was going to say Blue Desert.
It's been a long recording.
Who?
I mean, I'm looking at the trailer. It looks neat. Oh, I thought he was flying under the map. Those are flying islands.
So
okay.
funny thing here, Tim. Crimson Desert's developer is a company called Pearl Abyss. Do you know what Pearl Abyss did?
No.
Black Desert Online.
Oh.
So it's the same developer.
That explains why it looks vaguely similar.
So given
flying island?
Given that it's got the same title or a related title, I would hedge my bets a little bit that this might be a sequel.
I think so. At least expanded universe.
Yeah, because a sequel for an MMO is a bit of a.
Yeah.
Well,
and then the last thing on our list here, the last announcement for the Game Awards. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
You know what this gave me the vibes of?
What's that?
Do you remember when the last announcement, it was either an Xbox Showcase or the Game Awards last year, or the year before, was Redfall?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a really long trailer and still looked immensely underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, we've only got a 4-minute cinematic trailer, and that's all we've got. We've got 0 gameplay, and that's not to take away from it. The Witcher 4 trailer that we were praising very highly earlier is a 6-minute cinematic trailer, and it looks great from what we've seen. I am getting 0 gameplay hints in this, other than it is set in the future.
Well, I think the thing is, it worked for The Witcher because The Witcher is a known IP. We know what gameplay we're expecting. This is, from what I can tell, this is a whole new IP. They probably should have made some hints to the gameplay, because at the minute this could be like No Man's Sky. It could be like Destiny. It could be like anything. It could be a space racing game for all we know.
This is being headed up by Neil Druckmann, who is the director of The Last of Us.
So we can expect to see the remaster in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, 3 weeks after release.
Suddenly my interest has dipped in this, because I'm actually quite looking forward to this, because I like my space games.
I don't know what. As far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at a trailer for a TV show, because I have no frame of reference here. The brief snippet of story that we got in the trailer was this. I think it was an exploded planet or something. Is a place where people never come back, almost like the Bermuda Triangle of space. People are never seen again when they go there, and you are going there to investigate or explore or something, which makes me think there might be some slight, like, sort of suspense horror kind of Dead Space kind of elements, but it's impossible to tell at this point, because so far we've got someone in a spaceship made by Porsche looking at a blown up planet. Well, like it's clearly got like an 80s inspiration, because they play what's the song? It's a Sin.
Yes.
They play that throughout a lot of the trailer, and they've kind of got the whole neon vaporwave font thing going on, and the TVs are all CRT.
It has a CRT splash of the PlayStation 1 logo at the end, and it has to say very clearly underneath, being developed for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, in case anyone's like,
because
oh my
people
god,
might go,
PS1.
oh my god, I need a PS1.
So, and the other thing as well, of course, is that the ship is vaguely reminiscent of some of the ships out from things like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's very Swordfish 2 looking. It's a cartoon,
it's obviously not
Joey.
one-to-one.
That's why I'm watching UFC instead.
Fair enough.
I'm joking, I'm not.
I don't know what to do with this. I feel like I've just been shown a picture
Well,
of
it's nothing at the moment. It's an idea, so it's hard to have an opinion.
Yeah. Sorry to end it on such an anticlimax, gang, but we're ending this on a thought.
You know what I'm looking forward to out of this list?
Yes. Okay.
Balatro.
More Balatro, please. What would you guys say is the most anticipated game based on the trailers we've looked at today?
Anything other than Elden Ring is the wrong answer.
I mean, for me, it's Virtua Fighter and maybe Project Century.
I've got
Ring.
a few too many. I'm quite interested.
Elden Ring looks fantastic.
Quite interested in Split Fiction. I'm curious to see what Killing Floor 3 is going to be like. We love Turok.
We do love Turok. Helldivers 2 looks great.
Helldivers 2 looks great. Warframe 1999 looks good. I know we've just been sort of whiffing on it a bit, but Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet looks interesting to me.
Akami is on my radar as well. Yeah, lots of exciting stuff.
That Thick as Thieves.
Oh, that looks good. That does look good.
Looks good.
Can we just say that this was a good set of announcements, like we haven't had at the Game Awards in a while?
I would give this like a 7 out of 10.
No, wait. The Catley game is the one I'm looking forward to.
Yes, I want crypto mining and Bitcoin mining on my PC now.
And we also comment that this announcement, this series of announcements was very PlayStation heavy.
Yeah.
It was very Sony heavy.
Yeah.
Sony must have given them a lot of money.
There must have been a lot of money exchanging hands there. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 in terms of like everything, if I had to grade it all. Like it was good.
Yeah, 7 sounds good. Sorry, Alex, cut you off.
Does Sony have their own announcement show like the Xbox Showcase?
Yeah, they've got the Sony State of Play.
Huh.
Yeah. But this just felt like a very long State of Play with a bunch of awards thrown in. Mostly for Balatro.
Yeah, we love Balatro.
We love Balatro. Go play Balatro.
I can't believe that Balatro won top horror game.
That's amazing. I can't believe it won best racing game. All right, well, I think
Best
that's probably going to do it.
player.
I think that's probably going to do it from us. Thank you for joining us on talking about the Game Awards for about the last couple of hours. I think we've been here for about 4 hours recording this at this point.
All right, calm down. It's been 2 and a bit.
2.
Oh yeah, God, I can't tell time. Ignore me. All right, well, thanks for joining us, everyone. I've been Tim at Wembembo and everything. I've been joined by Joey.
I am It Boy. There you go.
BBNO $.
Well done. Have you been listening?
I have, and I found out I have actually got a song on one of my playlists from one of his other albums.
Because he's fucking great.
Great, Baby No Money.
Baby No Money.
And I've been also joined by Alex.
You can find me floating in space.
Oh, and we'll see you for the next Podmas episode.
Bye.